guys. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, so the reason being I took so long to EV train my Pokemon, almost a week. So now that I've completed my team, they're all level 100, they're all EV trained, I started doing some Pokemon battles in Pokemon Moon. So this is my first battle I ever had. Very hard to find 6v6, so I just went to the battle tower and I just found some 3v3 battles, so let's go ahead and see how I went anyway. So I'm very new to the competitive scene of Pokemon Moon, and this is the first trainer. She's from Japan, and she's going to lead off with her Toxapex. And I do know these things are very defensive mons, so they are a pain in the butt. They usually carry Skull, Toxic, Recover, things like that. She's going to go for a Baneful Bunker. So basically that's like similar to Chestnut's Spiky Shield, so it protects, also causes damage to any physical contacts. She's actually going to withdraw now and send out, I don't know how to say that Pukumuku, I think it is, I'm not sure. But I knew she was going to switch out, so I went straight for the Stealth Rocks. In seeing that she sent this out, this is a water type Pokemon, so I'm going to switch out my Necrozma and go straight into my Decidueye. So she's going to go for a Pain Split, expecting me to do use a attacking type move, but I'm not. So she's carrying leftovers, and I'm going to go straight for the Leaf Blade here. So I am a Jolly Nature, and you can see a Leaf Blade is actually going to take it out with a crit. But unfortunately its ability Inwards Out is also going to take me down as well, so I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if that ability is based on how much damage it receives. But anyway, I'm going to send out my Necrozma now. She's going to send out her Alola Ninetales, which is a Ice and Fairy type. She's going to take some huge damage from the Stealth Rocks that I set up earlier. So here comes the Snow Warning. And I know these things from videos I watched, they like to set up Aurora Veil and things like that. So as predicted, here comes the Aurora Veil. What that's going to do, it's greatly going to increase defense and special defense. I'm just going to go for a Psychic just to see how much damage it does. It does a respectable amount of chip damage. I'm going to get buffed by the Hail here. So in seeing that, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch out on the Sheer Cold. So after this Psychic, I don't want to risk getting one hit KO, so I am going to switch out into my Aerodactyl now. So luckily Sheer Cold does miss again, so I'm going to take a bit more chip damage from the Hail. Take this opportunity to pretty much Mega Evolve into Mega Aerodactyl. So originally when I did set up this team, I wanted Mega Ampharos. Little did I know Mega Ampharos is only available through event. So that's fine, I pretty much made Aerodactyl my Mega on my team. And I don't regret it one bit, it's a superb Mega Pokemon. So I do miss the Rock Slide, unfortunately. So she's going to go for another Baneful Bunker. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch out my Aerodactyl straight into my Necrozma again. Toxapex is a water and psychic, water and poison, sorry. So she's going to go for the poison jab. Luckily I don't get poisoned there. And she's going to go for another Baneful Bunker. So here's a Psychic, and you can see that does a ton of damage. So she's just going to fire off the Infestation. So now that she's got Infestation, I'm pretty much, I was predicting her to go straight for a Baneful Bunker again, just to get some more damage. So I'm actually going to go for a Moonlight and heal off all the damage that I'm taking from the Infestation. So I'm just gonna pretty much finish this off with a Psychic, and down goes the Toxapex. And the Alolan Ninetales is gonna die on the switch in because of the Stealth Rocks. So there we are, guys. That was the first battle I ever had in Pokemon Moon, and I'm just gonna upload a few more. So just stay with me, guys. Okay, so I'm back, and this is basically her re-challenging me. This time she decided to use her Rotom, her Tyranitar, and her Latios. And I pretty much changed my team up, as you can see. I decided to lead off with my Decidueye. I think Decidueye is pretty much a great start for the Pokemon she's chosen. And I believe Decidueye doesn't get a lot of love in the competitive scene. I know it has a ton of weaknesses, but I actually love it. I do like it. It's one of my favorite starters. And I'm going to go straight for the Leaf Blade. And you can see even a non-crit is able to one-hit KO a Rotom Wash. So take a bit of Life Orb recall there. She's going to send out her Tyranitar here. And I'm going to go straight for another Leaf Blade. And as you can see, a Leaf Blade takes out the T-Tar as well. So don't underestimate Decidueye. I think it's a pretty good Pokemon design-wise. I know it could be a bit better competitively, but as you can see, I already took down 2 Pokemon. So she's going to send out her Latios here. Luckily, I do carry the Sucker Punch as well. And you can see with Life Orb, that does about 75 to 80% damage. So Decidueye almost took out her entire team. So he did a great job there. He's going to go down to the Psychic. That's perfectly fine. So he's going to get buffed by a bit of Sandstorm damage there. And at this point, I'm just going to go and send in my Arcanine and go straight for the Extreme Speed. So there's the Intimidate. Here comes the Extreme Speed. And that's a dead-ass Latios. So there we are. Pretty quick battle on that turn. And she didn't re-challenge me, so let's go ahead and see the next battle, guys. Alright guys, so for the third battle, I'm versing another trainer from Japan, and as you can see, he's got a full team of legendaries. He's got a Mew, a Deoxys, and a Kyurem White. I've got my Milotic, my Ampharos, and my Mega Aerodactyl, so I don't know what he's going to lead off with, but let's go ahead and see how this battle went. So he's going to lead off with his Shiny Mew. So he's going to go straight for the Substitute. And I went for Toxic, and obviously that's not going to break through the sub. And he is carrying the Leftovers item. So this battle was rather funny because he actually is rocking a Metronome Mew. And you can see he uses Metronome, and on his first turn he gets a Horn Leech, which is a super effective attack on me. So he's going to pretty much recover all the HP he lost from the Substitute. So at this point I'm just going to go for a Skull just to break his sub. So he's just going to keep going for a sub. I'm going to go for another Scald now, knowing that he's got Substitute. So I'm going to try break it. Unfortunately on this turn for some reason, I don't break it because I probably got a low damage roll. However, he's just going to go ahead and use Metronome again after my Leftovers recovery. So I do respect him. He's got my full respect for rocking a Metronome Mew. I think it's absolutely hilarious. So here comes the Metronome. And this time he's going to pull off the Noble Roar. So that's very unfortunate for him. So what that does he does lower my attack and special attack. However, my Milotic's actually got competitive, so what that's going to do is actually going to give me a +4 in special attack. So that metronome did not work in his favor. I'm now at +4, and that's definitely going to be easy, more than enough to take out his substitute. So at this point, there's pretty much nothing he can do to my Milotic. So he's going to go for another sub. And I'm just going to keep going for a Scold. So at this point, he needs to try a new strategy. Because of the leftovers, my Milotic's pretty much at full HP now. And he's just going to go straight for the metronome. He knows pretty much there's nothing much he can do. He's going to go for a Eon Deluge, I think it's called. I'm just going to go for the Skull pretty much and take him out with my +4. So Metronome Mew has gone down, and thanks to leftovers, I'm at full HP now. So he's going to send out his Deoxys defense. So he's going to set up spikes, probably not the best move in a 3v3. So I'm just going to go for a Scold, and even though it's a defensive Deoxys that does about 65% damage, he's going to go for a Psycho Boost. It's not going to do anything because my Milotic is absolute beast in special defense, and I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Beam here. And that was a critical, but that obviously didn't matter. An Ice Beam at +4 was definitely more than enough to take it out. I'm going to get a bit more leftovers recovery here, and his last Pokemon is the Kyurem White. Kyurem. And I absolutely adore this Pokemon, but I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Beam here. So he's going to go for a Focus Blast and land it. But as I said, I am a special defensive monster, doesn't do too much damage. I'm going to go for a +4 Ice Beam, and that does almost half damage there. So he's going to go for a Ice Burn. So he's going to cloak himself. I'm going to go for a Scold here. And here comes the Ice Burn. And that does not that much damage. And let's just go for another Scold and finish off this Kyurem. And there we are, guys. A team of legendaries got swept by my Milotic. So let's go ahead and see if I can find one more battle, and then I'll end the video. Alright guys, so this is the last battle of this video. So I am versing a trainer called Edson, and he does have an Ampharos like me. He also has a Dragonite and a Charizard. So let's go ahead and get into this battle. So he's going to lead off with his Ampharos. That's pretty much what I decided to lead off with as well. So I'm going to lead off with my own Ampharos. And he's going to go straight for the Confuse Ray. And I do break through the confusion. I'm just going to go straight for the Volt Switch. So at this point, I'm actually going to send out my Aerodactyl. But then I pretty much decided to switch it out and send back my Ampharos. I don't want to take any electrical attacks. He's going to go for a Thunderbolt, and I'm going to tank that very nicely. So he's going to go for a Power Gem now. I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse. So we pretty much, at this point, we're just going to try to take each other's Ampharos out. And he's going to go for his own Dragon Pulse. So he's going to go for another Dragon Pulse here. And as you can see, he must have got a low damage roll because I'm able to survive that on 2 HP. And I'm just going to fire off my own Dragon Pulse. And that's more than enough to take out the Ampharos. So it looks like my Ampharos was the superior one today. So he's going to send out his Charizard now. And I don't know if it's a Charizard X or Y. Luckily I do get the Quick Claw activation. I'm actually going to go for a Thunder Wave. So I probably should have gone for a Volt Switch, but I didn't want to go for a Volt Switch in case it was a Charizard X. And he's just going to go ahead and finish me off with a Shadow Claw. So at this point, the obvious choice is to send out my Aerodactyl. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here, and it turns out he does actually have a Charizard X. So unfortunately for him, I do get a flinch. And I don't even Mega Evolve in this battle, I just left it as a normal Aerodactyl. So this Aerodactyl is a bit of a gimmicky set. It's basically working around flinches, so I carry Rock Slide and Fire Fang, and I do carry Fly as well. So he's going to send out his Dragonite now. I decide to Mega Evolve just to get that extra attack power. And I'm going to go for a Rock Slide, and this Dragonite is multi-scale, so it's not going to do too much damage. He actually does carry the Weakness Policy, so a very common strategy with a multi-scale Dragonite. He's actually going to go for a Dragon Dance now. So he's pretty much +3 attack, +1 speed. Unfortunately, because he is a Adamant Dragonite, he still can't outspeed my Aerodactyl. And I'm able to finish him off with a Rock Slide. So there we are, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my first set of Pokemon Moon battles. This was my in-game team that I did the walkthrough. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more battles.